Los Angeles, a big player in their conference, holding second place in the West. And here's a look at some numbers for Kawhi Leonard.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Steal numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He'll need to put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Zubac in at the center. And for Philadelphia, they've got Embiid. George is out there with Big Daddy. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at the 2. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. The Big Daddy passes to Embiid. 76ers moving the ball around. And he comes up with the deuce.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Zubac. Now Powell from downtown. And Embiid pulls it down. Here's Big Daddy, guarded by Powell. The Big Daddy passes to Embiid. Gets a hand on it, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got his second bucket of the night.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
And that one drops for him. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Sixers this summer signing Paul George to create a star trio, along with the great value signings around the edges, clearly is widely regarded as one of the league's most improved rosters. And guys, this team is poised to compete with the league's best. They have a big 3, and they have a real chance now to win a championship.
No doubt about it. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Leonard, no luck.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Big Daddy, that's good.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Leonard, and they will call over the back on the play.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Well, silly foul. He realized it when it happened. That's where you'd like to see him show a little bit more discipline.
And the Clippers making a change here. Dunn's checked in. Zubac with the screen for Powell. And a miss there on the triple. Philadelphia leading by 5. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Harden surveying the D. To the left wing, 5 to shoot. Here's Powell. Los Angeles with another miss. 76ers have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Clippers trail by 9.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Here's Big Daddy. 23 points his last outing. The three from George. Good on the three-point shot.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways, I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D. Harden kicks to Jones. Pass to Bogdanovich. Now here's Leonard. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by George.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Joel Embiid out there with George. It's Big Daddy. Then there's Maxey. And it's McCain in at the two. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Bogdanovich looking around. Puts up a three. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. From the arc. And good, the three-point shot, good from Big Daddy. Big Daddy's got 7 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Three-pointer. And McCain pulls it down.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And the shot goes in from Embiid. Embiid's got 21.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
The high post shot, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You see, in pick and roll action, this is where the intellect, the feel, the craftiness, the mastery of James Harden is all on display.
Here's Big Daddy. Another three for Philadelphia.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
LA's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Bogdanovich kicks to Leonard. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. Harden the pass to Bogdanovich. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Jacks up a three. That one no good. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the 76ers. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And we'll be right back after this.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
Well, I think for the Clippers, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. Now, looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Clippers.
Where's the perimeter D? I see no sense of urgency, and those boys are getting scorched.
Big fella, you might be able to guard the perimeter better right now.
Whoa, let's take a step back.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Bogdanovich out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Offline with his three. The 76ers leading by 22. Down low. That one is good from Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 23 points.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength, Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
Here's Powell. Tries yet again. Basket good. Powell's got his first 2 points.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
The Big Daddy passes to George. Drills it from outside.
Boy, Paul George now taking double the amount of threes he did when he first came in the league. Incredible.
The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. We've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen.
The 76ers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin,
it's in the books here in the fourth. Edwards is out there with Big Daddy. Then it's Lonnie Walker. And it's Yabusele in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to Grimes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Big Daddy missing. LA's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. 2 points. That one goes.
Okay, we see the mid-range game of Norman Powell starting to take shape, doing work.
Here's Big Daddy. 1:44 left in the game. Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make. Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim, there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Joel Embiid.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Here's Yabusele, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
And they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
A three from Leonard. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Here's Big Daddy. That three off the mark. Now here's Harden. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Clippers ball. Shooting for LA.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Philadelphia Sixers. Number 30, Adem Bona.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that
we stand on business.
You have been playing well as a starter.
Yeah, and we are confident it is the right move for the long-term health of the team.
But
not everyone is as thrilled as we are with the new lineup.
I'm sure you can figure out who he's talking about.
I mean, if I were him, I'd be unhappy too. But like you said, there's no place for hurt feelings, and this is a grown man's league.
Yes, of course. But we would like you to make a special effort to get him more involved in the offense when you're on the floor with him.
We've talked a lot about using your gravity to get everyone involved. We just want to make sure that he's one of those people.
Look, I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time, but I don't understand what the problem is. We're winning games.
Okay,
Isn't that what's most important?
We're winning games now, in the regular season. But we're going to need him down the line, not just in the playoffs, but in the years to come. And if he feels like his talents are being wasted, he's going to want out. We could lose him.
And it's throwing off chemistry in the locker room.
I get that. But what's more important to him? Winning games or usage rate?
It's not that simple, MP. Everyone's got an ego, right? And quite frankly, he earned his.
He has done a lot for this organization, and we are just trying to do right by him. How would you feel if the tables were turned?
Look, I'll do what I can, but at the end of the day, he's his own man and he can make his own decisions.
We understand that. But we have some reasonable requests that we think you're going to be okay with.
All right, look, I'll give it my best shot, but he has to hold up his end of the bargain. I can't put the ball in the basket for him, too.
All we ask is that you try. It's in the best interest of the organization, MP.
We need you to be a team player.